Guys, from West Liberty, we have Coach Jim Crutchfield, players Corey Pelly and John Willis. Coach, you want to start us off with first game comments, please?
Well, it was a hard-fought game, and I thought there for a while the key was we were trading buckets back and forth, and both teams were changing defenses and trying to find a defense that would stop them. We were doing fine on the offensive end, and we needed a couple stops, and finally down the stretch, we picked up a 4 or 5 point lead and got a couple of big stops when we needed them. Ran a few more sets than we normally do, and out of those, John hit a huge 3 down the stretch to really put us in a great position. All we needed was to stop then, and we come up with a good defensive stance after that. You know, I thought as far as games go, it was exciting. They played hard, we played hard. It was a good basketball game.
Hey John, probably not a lot of people know that you know, when you're freshman, sophomore, you hold those records for that class, 3-pointers. But you know, these days you've been blocking a lot of shots. Do you think they thought you'd take that shot?
I don't really know. I mean, I'm sure they probably scouted us well. I haven't really shot the ball well lately, so I'm sure maybe that had a little something to do with it. But
You know it was in?
oh yeah, oh, I felt great coming off my hand.
Would you rather make a 3 or play out shot?
Probably make it 3 because we're
What? Yes. Good answer.
What was it about Shaw? Was there athleticism, or I mean, it just seemed like a difficult matchup.
Well, you know, their guards are awful strong. You know, they've got big, strong guards. They were hard to trap, and they shot the ball. You know, number 2 the first half. You know, everything he put up, whether it was a 3 or a 15-footer or getting the basket, they're all going in. And obviously, he's a great scorer, and you know, we knew that. The game, the previous game, he pretty well just sat it out, and some fouls for the whole game. And he came out fresh and ready to go, obviously against us. And we knew he was a good scorer, but we really hadn't seen him play. We saw him live and close in the first half. That was obviously a problem for us. And I thought there was some times we played some pretty good defense on him, and he made some tough shots. You know, at a crucial time when Alex felt skin tight with him, went right up as high as he could, and he was extended for a very difficult jump shot from 18 feet. So, you know, I thought they made some tough shots, and their guards are strong to the basket, and they hit the boards hard. So, you know, it's a combination thing. Obviously, they're a good offensive team. They're strong, and that's why they're here in the second round of regional play.
How do you beat a team that shoots 62% from the field?
Well, some of those were off transition, but you know, not that many of them. We've kind of had to win in different ways this year, and you know, we've had days that we didn't shoot the ball well, and we still won. This would be a game where the other team was shooting the ball well, and we still managed to win. I thought, you know, we executed well down the stretch. We worked hard on the defensive boards as hard as we possibly could, and John pulled down some huge rebounds. And in my 4 years here with John, and one thing I've learned about him, in big game situations, he's one of the best I've ever seen him pull down with big rebounds. And he did it again tonight. He's done it every game for us. You know, they shot the ball well, and we just had to weather the storm. You know, what's the saying? Just survive and move on, something to that effect. It's kind of how it works. I didn't realize they shot that well. I felt like we were having trouble stopping. We were changing defense. One of the good things I thought about the change of defense is even though they got a couple of buckets on us, you know, the clock was ticking down, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and we were holding on to a 5 or 6 point lead. And they were down to the very end of the shot clock. So you know, it helped us a little bit. Even if we didn't stop them, they burned half a minute off the clock, which obviously we don't. We have situations we burned 15 seconds. But they were holding the ball for us a little bit. We were holding it for ourselves, I think.
Corey, you guys really turned it up, especially defensively in the second half. Normally when you do that, teams wilt.
Yeah.
You would get out tonight to about a 9-point lead and you couldn't quite get it over to double digits. They kept making big shots.
Yeah, I'm not really used to that. You know, usually we have the big leads and it goes to 20 points, 30-point lead. Today, I mean, we'd be up by 9 and they would come down and hit a shot. You know, would go silent. And, I mean, they knew how to stop, I guess, our momentum, I guess, I don't know.
Well, the crowd was a big factor in the game. I don't know how you guys felt in the floor, but I kind of, they say the sixth man, I thought the crowd really played a big part in keeping our guys playing hard and being exciting for us.
Coach, you always say that you don't coach this stuff, but what about that first half play where I think Fortney blocked it, kept it from going out of bounds, and the ball went zigzagging down the court without ever touching the floor one time?
It crossed my mind when I saw it. I thought we need to pull that clip out for future players.
Yeah.
That's exactly what crossed my mind because I think everybody touched it, and I don't think the ball touched the floor.
You did.
And it was one of those plays where we had a recruit here, I think, in the stands, and for everybody's going to put on a West River uniform, I think that's something they need to see. That one play. I do teach that sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, you get to see IUP again.
Yes.
Talk about that.
They look great. That's why they were preseason, whatever, top 5 in the country. And Bowie State has an incredible team and talent, and everybody thought, well, who's going to stop Bowie State? Obviously, IUP. They're playing so well right now. They finished the season strong. The guys are making shots. They're playing with confidence. They got such a savvy and experienced group of players. They're tough. They're a good team.
You can say it now that it's here, even though the bracket said it was no 1 and 2. You guys, did you kind of expect this to turn out this way?
Didn't really think about it too much, and I was also worried about our half more than the other half. But I guess whoever did the regional seeding must have known what they were doing, because after you look, I guess 1 through 4 won, and 1 and 2 won. The higher seeders won every single game up to now. So, no, I actually haven't looked at it. We're happy to be where we're at right now, and I didn't really make a difference for what team on the other side we're facing. I know it's a rematch of last year's regional final, but I think it's a really good rematch as far as player personnel. I think it's going to be an exciting game.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.